You're supposed to start singing.
Oh, I don't know a song that goes to that.
Oh, well.
Well, you have to say, hey, Taz, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to play the guitar and you're going to sing. And I'm like, okay, I'll play the Glockenspiel and you dance. Like, I don't know what you think.
I can dance.
What song was that? Gopher?
I was just playing a couple of chords.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't get welcome to
Now What?
Now what? I didn't remember the name of the what now what. Welcome to something I'm doing 2 weeks in a row. I didn't know I was going to be doing. So
well, you know what?
I am the best. I am the best co-host in my price range, which is free. So there.
Yes, you are. You are absolutely. No, John, unfortunately, is still in the hospital.
That's right.
He had a second operation.
Yes, for a hernia.
Yes. I asked him. I specifically asked them to do gender reassignment on him, but they just picked the hernia.
That's perfect. You see why I'm the one telling the jokes and you're not.
Who said I was joking? No, so he is doing well. I talked to him today. He's doing fine.
Good.
He will be home in a day or so or more.
4 days, 4 or 5 days, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
He's finding a whole lot better than he did yesterday. I'll tell you that.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah. So tonight we've got some wonderful, wonderful guests on, and of course I've got you, Taz, my fantastic.
That's the way to say it. We've got some wonderful, wonderful guests on, and of course have you, Taz.
I've got you.
Of course you had. That's it.
And I've got my Coca-Cola.
That's okay. I've got my wild berry juice.
Ooh, wow! I'm having a medical emergency. I'm out of rum.
Oh, see. You see, we need to talk to you about your medical emergencies. This could be an intervention for you. Hey, you know what you should do? It would be a very novel idea. Is to we should introduce the show too. Hey, welcome to what now?
Now what?
Now what?
John, actually, the first day John actually called it "What Now" as well.
Well, now what?
Yeah, and he loves to say it like that too.
Well, yeah, welcome to Now What? Shut up, Mark. I think
we got a good evening.
Does that make you feel better if I just say, hey, welcome. Hey, Linda, hello. Who was the first one? Willow, how are you? Willow, one of my favorite movies.
And another fellow disc jockey that I know, Cameron Helensky.
Cameron, how are you? I haven't seen Taz in years. This is exciting. Well, this is exciting for me, too, because I haven't seen me for years either. Oh,
yeah, well, you have to put mirrors back in.
I'm not allowed to have mirrors anymore since the incident.
Oh, wow.
Hello, boys. Look at Darlene going, hello, boys.
Hi, guys. Hello, Patricia. Hello, Darlene, Cameron, Linda, Willow.
I see. Romper, Bomper, Boo. Tell me who.
Yeah. So, we've got, coming up later on, we've got Trevor Strong from the Arrogant Worms.
Arrogant Worms. Yeah, one of my favorite bands. Yep.
Oh, I love them. I've only missed one concert, and it was... Yeah. They came to Winnipeg the weekend. I went out to Vancouver to spend my birthday with my mom.
Your mom's pretty awesome. Is she going to pop on a little bit later too?
That is generally the case. It's gone to the point where people don't ask if I'm going to be on. They ask if my mom's going to be on.
Well, you should probably take that as the sign from the universe that it is.
Probably. And then before him, we've got. I'm hoping I'm saying his name right. Stephen
Larocque.
I think so. He owns Arctic Honey up north.
Arctic Gold Honey.
Arctic Gold Honey. Thank you.
Right, yeah, no, it's okay. I didn't know it was. I was just saying it's Arctic Gold Honey.
Yeah, Arctic Gold Honey.
Well, north of the 55. Arctic Gold, sweetheart.
Yeah, and yes, and of course. Everybody knows January is wedding show season, and with COVID happening the way it is, we actually have
wedding show season. Is that what it is? It's just January. That's it. We don't care about the rest of the months. We're getting married in January. We're planning.
No, it's wedding show, so you can prepare for the months down the road.
Oh, I got it now. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and this year we have a wonderful thing happening. On January the 24th, Wed Local will be hosting an online wedding expo, and here to talk to us about it is the owner of Wed Local, Steph Williamson.
Well, hello.
Hello.
I'm going to apologize for Gopher saying wed loco,
Local.
which is married silliness, right? Loco.
Yeah.
That's correct.
And I should help you out. We were talking about this earlier. I can help you out with weddings because I've been to 3 of my own, so I'm pretty good at that. I can tell you what not to do. Well, during the wedding, I was really good. Afterwards, not so much. So maybe we should have a what happens after the wedding. That should be.
Yeah.
Tim and I will put on a show about that. What you shouldn't do
Once you're already married.
How are numbers, Steph? Tell us a little bit about what to expect and what numbers are like.
So things are looking really good. We have over 60 vendors that are actually going to be on the platform with us that day.
Wow.
And we're hoping to have quite a few couples registered and be able to enjoy all of the things. So it's a really cool platform because it allows people to essentially make like their own Facebook pages, but in like a virtual booth. And then they can have like videos, photos, playlists, and be able to communicate with guests coming through. And all of their like social networks are attached. Pretty much your entire like stamp of your business can be inputted into this virtual booth, including like downloadable marketing materials. So we kind of tried to create as much of an in-person event as we possibly could. Given obviously with COVID we couldn't, but we didn't want to cancel. So I am a big dreamer. I was like, hey, brilliant idea. Let me make one.
Well, dreams are a good thing, and weddings are all about dreams.
You said you had 60 vendors. So if I was going to come, Miss Christie, my wife and I, if we said, hey, you know what we should do? Let's stress ourselves out and have another wedding. If we were going to do that, because we didn't actually have a wedding, we were in Vegas, and she goes, you know what we can do while we're in Vegas? I'm like, yeah, we can go to see the, in my head I was like, we can go see the Pawn Stars Pawn Shop, and she goes, we should get married. And I'm like, oh, you know where we can get rings? Pawn Stars Pawn Shop.
So cool.
So walk us through stuff. So we download your link or whatever. Like, is it a link? And then I'm trying to get my head around that. Do we pop in and then we can see different vendors, or do we go to different links for the different vendors? Or
when you buy a ticket to the expo, you're going to be given a login that you can go build your own little like wedding profile, and this has like a picture of you and your lover, your wedding information, just a little tidbit. And it also is used as a bookmarking page, so when you go across vendors that you do like, you can save them to your profile. So it's super handy. And then the messaging system between you and vendors is attached to that. So as an attendee, once you log in on the day, you're going to be given a lobby type of environment. And in there, it's going to have like live interviews. It's going to have information about sponsors. And there's going to be 2 ways for them to navigate through. So the first way is they can see a categorized list of all the vendors and then go through and see like all the planners at once and all the DJs at once if they want to. Or they can go the traditional in-person way is, let me take you on a tour. And then it's in a randomized kind of setup where they get presented with booth after booth after booth, but it's different types of booths. So they're not seeing like 2 planners in a row. They're going to see like a DJ and then a planner and then a photographer kind of thing. And then that way it gives them more of an effect of what it's like going to like the big traditional show, or even like some of the smaller ones where you're not going to have all those people right next to each other.
Is it live interaction with the vendors and such as well, or is it sort of pre-recorded, or is it a combination of both?
Ish. So
ish.
I say ish.
Welcome
the
to
direct
my
messaging will be between the vendors and them, but similar to like how you see direct messaging on other platforms. I know some vendors are opening like a Zoom room that they are going to share a link, and then people can click on the Zoom room and have a live chat with them throughout the whole day if they really want. I thought that was a really cool addition for face-to-face, but their connection to all the social media and the website and stuff, and there's like a feature video which is pre-recorded. We're going to be doing live interviews with our sponsors throughout the day, which is going to be kind of cool, and that will be shown on the lobby side and then recorded and saved for people to come back and see them after if they were like going through and didn't get to tune in with the live interviews.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Was this a platform that you created, or was there a sort of a template?
I built it from the ground up with a development team inside the city.
Okay.
I had this idea that I was going to do it myself on my website. So I asked her, hey, can I pick your brain about this? Is it possible? And she's like, okay, for what you want, I think I can make it and make it a lot more user friendly than what you're going to be able to do. So I was like, sold. Let's do it.
Well, now you can patent this and send it off to other wedding expo planners as well, right? I mean, there you go.
Our plan B after January 25th is
after January 25th. Yeah.
Yeah. So January 24th it happens, and then the 25th it's like, okay, I can breathe again, and then I'm gonna start like sourcing it to like the bigger cities inside Canada. So there's two ways that we're gonna be able to do that. Is they're gonna be able to either have an entire platform copy but branded to them, and they can host their event and they get a website with it, or they can do like a mirror of mine.
Yep.
And then it will be like Taz's Wedding Expo ourlocalweddingexpo.com, and so it's almost the same, but it will be branded a little bit towards the individual person. So it could be franchised or it could be completely rights owned by someone. So I'm gonna start pitching that to like big cities like Toronto and Vancouver and stuff, and hopefully see, because I really, really, really like learning the systems and stuff. So I'll be doing a lot of like the project help and making sure that the customer gets the service that they need and understanding, and then they're not bugging the developer totally.
Yeah.
And so I can be the like liaison between the two, and then
you'll be like the mediator, right? Like they all get it all. That's fantastic. Let me know how I can help that. I've got many contacts in the the entertainment world, and I've many contacts in the I'm going to say expo world, but what I'm trying to event planner world that I can hook you up with, and they can help you as well. Direct you to who you
awesome.
Yeah, just send me a text or an email, because I'm all about helping. Yeah, for sure.
Me too.
I feel like I'm on Dragon's Den. Yeah, you'll have to make
it steak or what?
Well, my offer is pierogies. And,
hey, I can do that.
Okay, done. Deal?
As long as we got bacon and onions. All right. So also, as part of the show, you got a $10,000 giveaway.
Oh yeah, I got so excited about everything. Yeah, we have got a bunch of vendors that have given their services to make up a $10,000 wedding giveaway. Obviously, it's only a $10,000, so there's still going to be other elements. It's not a full-fledged wedding, but it is a good chunk of it, and it's focused around intimate weddings. So because of like how COVID's being, we want to make sure that people understand and don't get excited to have like 150, 250 people weddings in the next 12 to 24 months, because that's not really practical.
It's not going to happen.
So
you're almost setting yourself up for disappointment at that point. We really, really are, to be honest with you, right?
Yeah, and I was having conversations with brides and grooms recently that like they want to wait, and I said you could be waiting 2 to 3 years, and like I get if that's something you really want, but at the end of the day, think of the benefits of an intimate wedding. Like you don't have as many people there, you don't have your drunk uncle around the corner, like things will be a lot less stressed on you. You'll save more money, and you can spend money on things like getting nicer tablecloths or nicer favors for people to go home with, or spending more money on stationery and stuff like that. Like you can enjoy the things more when you don't have such a large overhead.
If you need somebody to be the drunk uncle, I will set up a booth.
He can be
Wedding Expo. That's it. Good.
I'll make sure I post that.
That's right.
Taz will be your drunk uncle.
Yeah, I don't drink anymore, but I can be that drunk uncle. Look, you just put the hat like that. Listen. He's not good for you. Listen. Get off me.
Oh, is it? Taz, you kill me. Is it secret, or can you tell us some of the things that are in the $10,000?
It's not being released yet, the full details, but hopefully Monday or Tuesday we will be able to announce on Instagram and stuff like that. I'm just fixing a couple little things before I get too excited and show.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And by the way, $10,000 is probably 10 times what Miss Christie and I spent on our wedding, including flights. Oh, $10,000 isn't a lot big wedding. I'm like, holy crap, $10,000 a year. But I know my buddy it was $58,000 or $68,000 for their wedding by the time they were done.
Some of them are really huge.
That's
Some of them are huge.
Oh yeah, well they had almost 350 people and open bar, and we're Irish, so that probably was the whole. That's a lot. But
one of the biggest weddings I ever played at was at the convention center. On the third floor, it was 1,700 people.
Oh
I mean, and it was an East Indian Jewish wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so both of those are very, very large weddings. Yeah,
and so
steeped in tradition too, right? Like incredibly steeped in tradition. Yeah,
absolutely. And so somebdy asked me if I could play something, Bollywood and everything, and all I had was this. DJ Punjab, he does a Billie Jean mix.
Oh, really?
It's Billie Jean, it's Ice Ice Baby, it's all these songs that are all mixed together, the music wise, but he's singing a totally different song in Punjabi. And so I played this song, and that dance floor, I had never seen so many people at a wedding on a dance floor. And all I could say to myself was not right on, was what the hell do I play next?
Well, you know what? I'm a marriage commissioner, so I can help people out doing that way.
Yes.
So am I. And so is John Youngberg.
Yeah.
That's it.
And so is John Youngberg.
Oh, that's it. The three amigos.
All three of you?
Yeah.
Wow. You guys should start your own boy band of marriage commissioners.
That'll be awesome. I'll be the bass, because you know what? They're all about the bass.
Papa sang bass, Mama sang tenor.
I'm like, there's a bunch of companies that we have for marriage commissioners that are like trios of ladies in Manitoba, and I think it would be really cool if like you came out with three dudes.
Yeah.
Well, here's the deal. Mark and John and I can't be in the same room without talking over each other, so it's not gonna. It'll be like more. Whoop, 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 whoop. Let's spread out. Hey, yeah, that's it right there. Like it'll be.
The Three Stooges during your wedding would be terrible. Yeah.
That's awesome. So they can get our local wedding expo.com. They can get all the information that they need there.
Yeah, or on Instagram as well.
January 24th. And is it what's the time?
For general admission, you have 11 till 4 to peruse the floor.
Yeah.
If you get the second ticket option or the third ticket option, there's an extension. So the second one gives you 7 days worth of being able to go back and look at things and review things, continue messaging people, and reviewing everything that you've saved on your profile, which is like super awesome. It's only $25 too. So it's like for 7 extra days, awesome. And then the third option, which is my favorite ticket, but maybe just because I like sweet stuff, it gives you 14 days playback. Okay. And then it comes with a free sample pack to be delivered contactless to you that morning. And it comes with like cake and like a beverage and some other different samples that you would normally get in an in-person event that you couldn't really get now. So that one, only 50 available. There's a few left. So if people really want them, go get them, snatch them up before they're gone. And then you get to enjoy delicious crap while you watch the expo.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just like real life. There'll be just a little bit of delicious crap, and then the stuff you got to do.
They can add alcohol at home, and they don't have to get out of their pajamas. Win-win.
There you go.
This sounds more like a wedding I want.
Hey, we can make it happen.
Are you proposing to me? Are you proposing to me, Steph?
Oh yes.
Awesome.
Let's make it 4.
Done. Perfect.
Bye, Miss Christie.
Oh yeah, Miss Christie. I have to go.
Her love. I don't actually want to be mean to her.
Now, all right. So how do people get tickets?
Ourlocalweddingexpo.com or through Instagram, and you can click the link.
Excellent.
Perfect. Thank you, Steph, for very much.
Thanks for having
And you know
me.
what? You must be excited. This has got to be
Super pumped.
Oh,
Let me know how we can be of any service to you, yeah?
Appreciate that.
Okay.
yep.
Have a good
Excellent.
day, boys.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye. That's
So-
pretty awesome.
Isn't it really? Yeah. Go for the music is actually part of it.
Don't care.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
what-
Yes, you do. You know you do.
I know I do. That you know you know what, Mark, the thing that's pretty incredible is that with COVID, we're just coming up with different ways to do things, right? I mean,
Yes.
the sky is falling, and other people are like, let's build a roof, right?
Yes.
What
And-
Steph has done, and it's taken her to another level too, where not only did she put on this expo, but now she's created a template for other people to put on the expo.
Yes. Other
Yeah.
people can follow along and create their own expos wherever. And she's the architect of it all.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty darn cool.
That's
So
it.
yeah,
So, and you're part of it. You've got yourself a booth there.
yeah, I'm offering my DJ services at the wedding show as well. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
You know, although I am a marriage commissioner, I tend not to push that side of it. I'm busy enough being the DJ, trying to run the music while they're going down the thing, and then running to the front to marry them is just kind of hard.
It's one button. You and I know now. It's not like when I was DJing 36 crates of vinyl. Three turntables and 2 cassette things and a pen. Why did I have a pen?
And so was to rewind the tape just a little bit.
Just a bit, so that we could be.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
you were a DJ.
I was a DJ from the Stacks and the Racks and the Best on Wax. Turn in. That's it. I was a DJ for sure.
I've been doing this for 39 years, dude.
Oh my gosh, I have been doing comedy. This is my 30th year. 2021 is my 30th year of comedy, and I was doing. I started DJing when I was 15 at the school, and then just kept doing it. I hooked up with some DJ people back in the day, and I was DJing in a bar when I was way underage, but I already had a mustache, so they didn't know.
What was your favorite mix to do?
I can't even answer that. Right? There was no mixing when I was DJing, dude. It was like, okay, ready? Take your finger off that one. There you go. And then ready? I gotta go pee. Stairway to Heaven. I'll be back in a little bit.
Yes, that's right. that's what Stairway to Heaven was for. That and Paradise in the Dashboard by the Dashboard Lights
and White Wedding. So
yeah, White Wedding.
I used to work at a gas station next door to CKOM in Saskatoon. And one day, one of the DJs came back. You could tell they came ripping over to get some smokes and some chips and stuff in the little gas station we had. And he ran out of the door and came there, and the music's playing. Now remember, this is all live. Music's playing.
Was this in BC?
This is Saskatoon. And I can see him pumping gas, and the door behind him, he didn't put the chair there, and it went click. And it was a Saturday, and you could just hear it too. You could hear,
oh my God!
And it was a good 10 minutes before somebody one of the news guys let it back in. But it was like, White Wedding.
Oh no!
Yeah.
That's similar to another story I heard.
Twice it happened to him.
Yeah, that's similar to another story that I heard when I went to school for radio. Back between 92 and 94, at the beginning of 90.
So 1993 then?
So no, from 19, it started September of 92, went to June 94. But in September of 93, we all went on this big tour around the interior of BC to all the radio stations. And one of the guys,
turn your phone off on radio school or no?
No, that's just letting me know if guests are showing up.
Go ahead, buddy. I'm just walking on. I'm just walking on you, buddy. Sorry about that.
I know. So, anyways,
pay attention. I'm up here.
I was just turning my phone off for you.
Yeah, that's me calling you.
Yeah. So, he went across the street to grab a sandwich.
Yeah.
When he came back, he had like Stairway to Heaven or something stupid along, and they got a DeVita. or whatever.
You're gonna
And
do it, baby.
yeah, and so he comes back, and everybody's standing outside the control room, and he's like, what's going on? And it was skipping on one over and over, and he's just like,
oh man.
He just kind of looked down. He said, "I'm fired, aren't I?"
Oh man. There was one time I remember this clear as day. Jerry Barrett's got a good story about this too, because so you used to do a moment of silence. You still do a moment of silence on November 11th.
Yes.
Now, back in the day, if for some reason the DJ wasn't playing anything, it gave you a few seconds, and then there was a control within the thing that would just start playing some music.
Yes.
So they had, and then there's a silence, and all of a sudden you're, and just starts playing some rock, and just some really heavy, no, shout out the devil, or something crazy like that. And we were just sort of listening to the radio going, no, so somebody forgot to shut off the, well, there you go. Mark and Jazz, thank you, Robin. How are you?
That's my father. You can't get your name right.
Well, that's okay. It's hard to say Taz because it either comes up as Jazz or Tax. So I'm Jazz Tax. Scoobity wah wah wah. Who do we got coming up next? Go.
Right now, we're gonna bring my mom in.
Mama Bear. Hello, Mama.
Mom, how you doing?
Hi.
Who's that to your left?
Huh? Oh, Bonnie, my friend Bonnie.
Hi, Bonnie.
Are you guys underwater, Rachel, or do you need to clean your camera? Because it always looks like you're in a fog over there.
Doesn't it really?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Maybe you should clean the camera, the camera lens.
1 minute. I was trying to ask.
How are you, Bonnie?
Good.
That's
it's
better.
been the same.
That's a little bit better. I don't know. Do you live in England? It's all foggy. I don't know what's going
BC.
on.
She lives in Vancouver.
BC. Oh, that's okay. Vancouver. Let's go to Tsawwassen and see what happens.
Well, she's not that far from Tsawwassen. Do you know Vancouver very much?
I used to live on Vancouver Island. We used to go. Let's go to Tsawwassen.
There was a little bar in Point Roberts.
I live in the same complex as Rachel.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Is that pizza?
Easton.
What are you eating, Mom? Every time you're on here, you're eating something.
I made pizza today.
Oh.
We made pizza yesterday. Homemade sourdough crust, Miss Christie made. It's delicious.
Oh, right on.
I'm lazy, so what I did, I bought mushroom garlic pizza.
Yeah.
And then I added pepperoni, salami rather, spicy salami, and mushrooms, and more mozzarella cheese.
So she cheated. She used the frozen pizza as a base, and
okay. I use my stomach as a base for a lot of stuff too. Just away we go. You want to hear? So, do you remember back in the day when you go to Tsawwassen, and there was no vendors and things like that. There was that tiny little shack that you could sometimes get popcorn and stuff at. Like this is back in the early '90s. So we go. We're coming back from Vancouver, and somebody cuts us off in this Mercedes convertible and forces us onto the curb. And my brand new little Honda Civic I was so proud of, and he forces boom, and it actually it scarred my rim, and almost I had to get my rim redone because it was doing this. So we get in there, and of course, remember back in the day, the ferries would go maybe if there wasn't enough people at the ferry, they'd be like, yeah, we're gonna be delayed to another ferry. They just didn't want to take the ferry over. So we hear that there's going to be a delay of 3 hours, and this guy is being a jerk. And I said, dude, you cut us off. He goes, when you have a car like this, when you have a car like that, I can't worry about somebody that's got a car like yours. And he leaves. Well, for $1 back in the day, you could get a giant thing of popcorn. Remember one of those great big things of popcorn you could get? So yeah. Rachel, Mama Bear, you know what I did? I bought 3 of those, and I filled his car with popcorn because there were so many seagulls there. And he was gone for 3 hours. And then what else happened was Other people saw what we were doing and then saw that how he was being so rude to me. They went and bought popcorn and they put it all over his car. When he got back, there wasn't a square inch of that car that wasn't covered in seagull poop. And yeah, so that's.
Oh my God!
I love it.
I was so. Now I realize I probably shouldn't have done that, but given I would, for $4, that was a lot of fun.
I hate seagulls.
You really shouldn't have done that.
I know, but
Just to you.
But it was a lot of fun, right?
yeah, you know what?
Well, he deserved it.
Oh, he. You know what? I was trying to help him understand what karma was, and then I found out what karma was too because I guess I had bent my rim and we go in and my my tire was flat. I'm like, oh no! So we had to change the tire. But it was a lot of fun. You don't know how many seagulls there is until you're giving away free popcorn.
Oh yeah. I've watched people out at Gary Point. They're out at Gary Point in Steveston, and if they're not familiar and they go to the food thing there, go put their food back on the table, and then they want to go get their condiments, come back, and the seagulls have taken the fish and chips, every little bit. They're looking like, where did it go?
Oh, that's it. That's it. We were at, I think it might have been Tsawwassen, or it might have been on the other side in Victoria. There, I'm walking out with my hamburger rolls, and whoop, it comes in. Oh, where's my bun? Right, the seagull like,
well, they're terrible. Well, when I first moved to Vancouver, my father had gone out there first. My mother and my brothers and I. Well, my brother Mickey was out there already.
Yeah,
but my father had gone out there because he transferred from one store to the Vancouver store, and then we followed out. And my dad decided to take me down to Granville Island.
Yeah, I know Granville very well.
Yeah, so we went down to Granville Island, my father and I, and he says, "You got to try these hot dogs. These are great hot dogs." So he gets me this wonderful hot dog, just loaded to the nuts with everything. We go and we sit out on the dock, and I'm just about to take a bite of my hot dog, and whoop, I'm like,
"Oh no!
Are you kidding me?"
Oh no!
And so,
no, they say it's good luck.
Yeah, so I threw in anger. I threw the hot dog into the water, and you should have seen them all coming flying for the bun. I mean, yeah, it's like crazy.
Yeah. Oh my God!
That's why you know what? Whenever I see I try to get myself an umbrella. That way I can just eat without.
You know what? Hindsight's 2020. An umbrella would have been healthy. All right, Mom. Thank you for popping in.
Okay, see you, Mama. Nice to meet you, Bonnie.
1 minute. How is John?
John is okay. John will be back home in 3 to 5.
Okay.
They
sounds like my last prison term. What's going on?
Yeah. Well, he was a bad boy. No, they found a hernia, so they had to repair that. So that just lengthened his stay. Yeah. Hopefully he'll be back on the show next Sunday. If not, it'll be the Sunday after.
But you'll miss me, Mama Bear. You'll miss me. You know you will.
Of course I will.
Enjoy your Cheaters pizza, lady.
Yep.
Oh, she's a hilarious one.
Your mom's hilarious.
She is.
Now she's got a guest host too.
Yeah, I know. How's that for something? She had to horn in on my gig.
That's it.
So, have you ever had mead?
Pardon me?
Have you ever had mead?
Mead?
Mead. MEAD.
Mead.
Yes.
Like the honey beer.
Well, it's honey wine.
Honey wine. Sorry. My wine around here for my honey is, no, I don't want to do the But yeah, I have had mead. Yes, back in the day when I was drinking. Yep.
Yeah, one of my favorite things in the world. In fact, I make my own.
There's not a lot of stuff you don't make. Apparently, you make beer over there. You make meat over there. You make sandwiches.
I make sandwiches. Yeah. Would you like a sandwich?
Well, you're gonna bring it here. I'm kind of lazy. I got Chinese food waiting, buddy.
Ooh, I want some of that. I'll trade you a sandwich for Chinese food.
Okay, we're in.
Well, our next guest, Stephen Larocque. I hope I'm saying his name right. Larocque is the owner of Arctic Gold Honey, north of 55. The 55th parallel. So he's one of the most northern beekeepers in the province. We can Find them on Facebook, on Instagram, under Arctic Gold Honey. Here is our new friend, Stephen.
Hello, gentlemen. Thank you for having me on the show here this evening.
Thank you. How do you say your last name, Stephen?
You said it perfectly, Laroc. Yeah, that's
Laroc.
yeah,
That's French for Laroc.
yeah. So we are the most northern beekeeping in the province of Manitoba. So just to kind of give you a sense of where we are, a lot of people ask, well, Thompson, where's Thompson, Manitoba? Where is Manitoba? If I'm talking, to somebody down in the States or overseas. And the only thing that we can kind of relate that they kind of associate with is polar bears. Okay. So Churchill, Manitoba is not very far from where Thompson is. It goes Thompson, Gillam, then Churchill. Okay. So, we are the most northern beekeepers within the province. What really makes our honey very special, that a lot of people don't really understand, is that where we produce our honey is in the boreal forest, which is hundreds of miles away from any kind of chemical spraying, any kind of pesticide use. So a lot of people that are looking for a very raw, chemical pesticide-free product have been in contact with us. From I've shipped honey to Australia, shipped it to Europe, down to the States, down to Mexico, all over the place because of that one fact. Okay, and we have lots of partners that we work in conjunction with, because it's a lot different up north, compared to down south, obviously, but in business relations, it's different. You just can't go out and just buy private land, okay, because it's all crown land. So you got to work with highways and transportation. You got to work with Manitoba Hydro. You got to work with the Department of Agriculture. You got to work with all of these different departments in order to put your hives out into the forest, okay? But it really strengthens what we're doing, because people really enjoy seeing what we're doing, which is a very, honeybees are seen as the indicator of a healthy environment, okay? And, a lot of the projects that we are working with Travel Manitoba, we want people, when they come up to the north, they get to really enjoy some of the things of the north, go out fishing, come out, see a live bee operation, take home some of the taste of northern Manitoba. And when people taste our raw honey, they go, well, this is very, very different honey than what I've tasted, okay? Because the flowers that our bees are on wildflowers, which means northern thistle, goldenrod, wild roses. So it has a very unique taste. And anytime any of my friends go anywhere, I say, hey, get me a jar of honey, because anywhere that you go in the world, honey tastes different. If it's from Japan, from Mexico, from Cuba, it doesn't matter, right? So, I always refer back to it as being a true taste of northern Manitoba. So it's really grown from where that we started with one hive to actually see if it was even possible to produce honey this far north. And we've had to make a lot of changes with the bears, stealing some of our hives, and what do we do about that? And, because you got to remember, we're way up north, so a lot of things, in order to be productive in such a short season, again, are a lot different than down south. Like all of our hives, we keep them in small cattle trailers so that we can park them out in the bush. They're safe from the bears. The bears can come and see them. They can smell the honey, and there's trails around it, but, we're in their environment, right?
Yeah.
And we need to respect that. And, I love the way that we've gone about doing everything that we do. And this is another, case where we're in their environment. The bees are out naturally on the wildflowers, and we are producing a very special, unique northern product. I've had a lot of meetings in the last 2 weeks here with a lot of these new partners with like northern community councils with a lot of the outlining areas, a lot of the outlining communities, like Cross Lake, Norway House, Nelson, Gillum.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
you know, right? Because there is no point recreating the wheel. At least that's the way that I look at it. And we could use our business model as an example. And, you know, from 1965 until now, we have close to 18 more frost-free days where we live. So what that tells me is that we have the same climate as where around Swan River is in 1965. So that means that we can grow different things like corn, which needs a little bit, you know, longer season. You know, and you know, everybody says, well, do you think that the environment's changing? It is changing. I can tell you, it is changing big time. And this is the only year that I've lived in Thompson for the last 35 years. We usually get a cold snap. Now it's still middle of January, so don't quote me too much on it. But where we get about 3 weeks of minus 45 to minus 50. We haven't even hit minus 30 overnight, and we're in the middle of January. So
yeah, you guys have had a really nice run of weather up there.
Well, we've had it here too. I remember being in Thompson with Jerry Barrett one time, and it was too cold to fly. With the wind chill, it was almost minus 70 with the wind chill.
Wow.
It was crazy. Hey, so Stephen, now not only area to area do honey taste different, but also throughout the whole season it can taste different too, right? Because the bees will be going in and pollinating and grabbing the nectar from plants that are more prevalent during the season. Am I understanding that correct as well?
Definitely. Like we will change off what is called a super, which is our honey boxes.
Yep.
Certain kinds of honey. Like if I have a few hives out where that it's prevalent to a lot of wild, say fireweed. Okay.
Yeah.
What I'll do is stop the production where that they were on, say, dandelions, and now that I got them into the fireweed, I'll put on a fresh box, and all that honey that is produced, exactly like what you were saying, like say for the next 3 weeks they're into blossom, is all fireweed honey. And then we maybe move them to another area which say could be northern thistle honey, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, and then you have something which is called blended, which is you have boxes in certain areas where it's the northern wildflower of all the season, from dandelion to alfalfa to clovers to wild roses, right? So it's got a unique taste of all of them. But yes, we also have that now. Before this COVID came along, we were at the invited to the Manitoba Outdoors Show last February, and I think they did about 3,500 people through that show in the 3 days, and we sold out of everything, and it was amazing because, you know, a lot of people that come to see the product, to taste it, to take it home, was very surprised at one main thing, and this is the other unique thing about our honey, is that it's raw honey, okay? Where a lot of the honey that you get is processed or it's corn syrup. We don't know, right? So,
well, there's so much fake honey out there as well. People don't realize that artificial honey, fake honey, is $1 billion industry.
Big time. And the other thing that we do with our honey is, like, all within our hive, we get different things known as medicines, right? And you get bee pollen, like what we were just kind of talking about. We get royal jelly, we get propolis, we get all these kind of things. So all of our raw honey I use as a base to kind of make, I guess that you could call it grandma's kitchen cupboard of medicines, which means, right? I take the raw honey and I do garlic, and I chop up garlic, I throw it into the raw honey, and you get raw honey garlic. Like, you get the real deal. You get bee pollen honey. We just take bee pollen. You know, a lot of people that get bee pollen, like, it comes out dry and baked, so it's hard to eat. So what we do is we throw it into the honey, and it makes it a beautiful yellow, consistent, creamy honey, right?
Because bee pollen's almost like styrofoam in a way, right?
Right? You know,
I love it. Hey, is this stuff available here in Winnipeg? Where can I pick it up? Because just to let you know, we're getting I usually buy about 12 kilos of honey each year, if not 15 kilos of honey.
Nice.
And we go through that every year in this house. Where can I pick some up here in Winnipeg?
So we sell through, which is called Preserved by Flora and Farmer on Portage Avenue. And they are very big supporters of local Manitoba products, right? And
Okay, I missed that. Can you say that again? So, and maybe Mark, can you put it up on the screen for us too?
yeah, sure. It's Preserved by Flora and Farmer.
Oh, okay.
On Portage. And for the people over in the Brandon area, there's a store there called Legacy's Art Studio down in Souris. We sell products there. And here in Thompson, there's Family Foods. There's the Northern Heritage Museum. There is the Meridian Hotel. And in Snow Lake, there is the local gas station and bus depot. And we also sell off of Instagram and also off of our website at arcticgoldhoney.com. So any of those avenues, like in the first thing that people ask me, well, do you ship? Like I just got done putting an order yesterday together to go out to BC, and tonight went out to Toronto. So, and these people are going to take it to a few stores. So we're really trying to home in on the health food stores, because that's what our products are. They are value added products with goji berry, Haskap berry, which 2-3 years ago now, we actually planted 1,500 trees, orchards, so that we got berries called Haskap. Now, those are the #1 super berry, which tastes like a raspberry and a blueberry all in one. And again, we just take the berries, we throw them into the honey, we stir it, and we got Haskap honey, and it's like a jam almost.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, it's
Sounds
just
great.
Well, people forget how it's an anti-inflammatory. Honey
Yep.
pure honey never goes bad.
Yeah.
It'll never. There was. I remember reading when I was a kid that they tried, and even just a couple of years ago, they tried some honey that they found with the Pharaohs and stuff like
Yep.
that. It was still edible.
You know,
Right.
and like ever since I've been using these kind of products, it's been about 3 to 4 years, especially with what is going on out there with different flus and everything. I haven't had a sniffle. When I feel a little bit of a scratch in my throat, I go get my garlic honey, and I have a teaspoon before bed. I have one in the morning. I do that for a day or two, and I catch it in my throat before it goes down to my chest, right?
Cool.
Yeah.
I got another one that's just been starting to really get popular, because people are really moving back to a natural sense of being healthy, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
True story.
And black pepper. So I take raw turmeric and I grind it, and I throw black pepper in it, because the secret that a lot of people don't know about is that black pepper activates the turmeric. Okay.
It does. Yes, it does.
Okay, I've got to step in here for a quick second.
Yeah.
Because Taz and I got in crap last week because we were saying turmeric wrong.
It's turmeric.
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 Yeah,
Because
turmeric.
my mother almost had a thrombosis. Oh, she almost threw a whole fit on us
Pepper.
because you're saying we were dropping the R.
Yeah, turmeric. So now turmeric is also a very great anti-inflammatory as well. It's good for your heart. It's good for your
Yes.
good for your blood. It's good for everything, right? It's awesome. And black pepper activates the turmeric, right?
Yeah, and it is known as one of the highest natural antibiotics.
Antibiotics. So we
That's cool.
take turmeric and mix it with our honey,
Yep.
and then you put it in your tea, and you put it in wherever you want, right?
Well, you
My
know,
problem is that I mix honey with everything that it takes to make a cake, and also a lot of peanut butter. That's why I'm 270 pounds. Honey's good for you, but I mean, I'm like a giant bear. I just stick my
Really?
head.
You're only 270?
I'm 270. I'm dropped. I'm down to 270. Yep.
I'm actually sad to say that I'm up to 253.
There you go.
you know, and every product tastes different on something. That's what you got to find, right? And you know, I was thinking, you know, turmeric, black pepper, honey, all taste good, and it's this and that. Like turmeric kind of tastes like a raw carrot. So you know, where I live, we do lots of ice fishing. So we go out ice fishing, we get pickerel, we deep fry it. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to put this turmeric, honey, black pepper on top of this deep fried pickerel. God, it was the best sauce I've ever tasted, okay?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I would have never thought about, okay, well, this goes on a meat, right? But it went beautiful, right? So
where do you get your bees?
Well, our bees we keep here. We overwinter them. We get a call from the University of Manitoba every year where there's an inspector that comes up. Now, this is another very unique thing, and this is where I'm trying to get it as an industry in northern Manitoba. Okay, if somebody comes along to me and says, Stephen, we need 5,000 pounds of raw honey, okay, they're not just going to come to a one-time show guy and say, okay, well, you know, half of your bees died or whatever, okay?
Yeah.
We can rely on other smaller communities like a co-op to fill a bigger order, okay? So it's to get people's mind around agriculture in northern Manitoba. If you were to tell people 100 years ago that mining was going to be the biggest employer in northern Manitoba, they would have laughed at you. But you
Yeah.
here now today, we got Flin Flon, Snow Lake, Thompson, Lynn Lake, right? And on and on and on. But with the changing environment, and we're in discussion right now with Manitoba Hydro, we have a proposal put out to them to use the hydro lines under these, purposed areas to, have hives out. So when you think about the hundreds of miles of hydro line that there is in northern Manitoba, there's open roads, rail lines, deforesting, all these areas that we can use naturally. What we need to do is work together and at the end of the day, have an industry for northern Manitoba that could produce a very specialty food product here that we can sell, not just in Manitoba, which we love to do, but all over the world.
Well, you're honestly
Sorry, go ahead, Mark.
I was going to say you're honestly a success story here in Manitoba. That's fantastic.
I love it. And you know what, too, Stephen, it's important to tell people all over the world to start planting bee-friendly plants again, because you know what, we in our yards we've decimated almost all like milkweed and goldenrod and they love stuff like cornflower. They love cornflowers and stuff like that too. It's important to get the bee population back up because honeybee, cutterbee, whatever the bees we want to get back up to, because without bees there's no pollination.
I kind of laugh to myself because right down the street, like I'll tell you just a quick little story here. Kids get it where adults don't. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And so with the city of Thompson in the beginning, like I said, it was to get their mind around agriculture. So about 5 years ago, I took out the tiller and I tilled up my front lawn. I just tilled it. I got rid of all the grass. I tilled it, and there was grass flying everywhere. Okay. So then I planted, and I had the city bylaw come by. What are you doing, sir? This and that. I said, I'm putting a garden on my front lawn where my lawn was. I said, I pay taxes here. This is I can do. Well, this and that. So they didn't really like the idea of a garden in the beginning. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to tackle this from a different approach. No one gets mad at anybody by planting flowers. So I planted about 15 different kinds of sunflowers. I had anything from about 2 feet to 20 feet high of sunflowers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All of these, a whole lawn full of maybe 300 sunflowers on my front lawn. And, what I remember is a group of kids coming from the school, and they can't see me on the other side, but I can hear them. And I remember this little kid saying, hey, this is the house that has all of the insects coming to it because they got all the pretty flowers. That tells me that they understand that we need pollination.
They get it.
And that's what it is. It's about re-educating, and people need to understand if they've got a beehive in their place, don't spray it down with some chemicals. Call somebody that's got an apiary. Call a beekeeper. They'll come if they can, and they'll take that hive away.
Exactly.
And if it's wasps, spray it.
Yeah, wasps are good.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you so much,
Thank
Stephen.
you much, Stephen. We're going to have to run to our next guest, but arcticgoldhoney.com. I'll get a hold of you. so I can get some of your honey here into my belly.
Awesome.
I'll be like Winnie the Pooh. I'll be stuck in the hole eating honey.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time, and yeah, definitely get a hold of us.
No, thank you for your time, and have a great and wonderful day. Stay
Yeah,
safe.
Take care, buddy.
You too. Thank you.
Bye now. Where did
Isn't that cool?
you find that guy, bud? Like, what a wealth of knowledge. That's pretty cool.
Isn't it? Well, I posted on the Winnipeg. There's a forum on Facebook called Businesses of Winnipeg.
Yeah.
And I posted, would any of you like to be a part of the show? And he said, please, me. And so we chatted, and yeah, what a wonderful bit of information.
Well, you know
unfortunately, unfortunately, he says turmeric wrong.
Turmeric.
Yeah, turmeric.
Turmeric.
But yeah,
it's not a turmeric.
So,
you know, what was really cool is that a lot of guests are shy, but he's like,
no, he was right in there. A long time ago, when I lived in Vancouver, a friend of ours, her name was Bobby. She had a young son, and we used to always go, you know, every second weekend or so to her father's place and have a barbecue there.
Yeah.
We all lived in a little co-op together, like in Vancouver. So we'd go over to her father's place. And one day her son sat down in this wicker chair. And all of a sudden these bees just swarmed around him and just started stinging the poor kid. We had to hose that kid down with the hose to get them off of him, and then rush the poor kid to the hospital.
Oh my gosh! Well, he must have sat on the queen. Yeah, the queen was. Yeah. They won't attack. You know, I've been covered in bees, and sometimes I'll puff right out if I get stung, and other times no reaction at all. But you know what? The one thing that I noticed, and my buddy who's was a beekeeper for a long time, he ended up getting allergic to the bees. But he said, I've never had any problems with my joint because with the bee sting, it actually helps with your arthritis and stuff like that. Type in your questions. What do you want? You want us to type in questions there?
No, if anybody watching has a question for us,
how do you type it in?
They actually, when they are watching, they've got an area where they can actually send messages and.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have that. Hey, we don't. It's already 9:00, pal. We should get to a.
We're just waiting for him to come on.
Oh, he's not around.
He's not on yet. He'll be back. He'll be here anytime. He's in Toronto, so
he might be sleeping.
No. He sent me a message saying he will be here. That was one of the bings you heard. Boing! So, a little story about me when my dad took us camping. We were living here in Winnipeg at the time, and my dad took us camping into Alberta, up into Jasper and all that. But just outside of Calgary, there was a little campsite called Happy Valley.
Oh, Happy Valley. Yep.
You remember it?
Yeah.
Well, my dad told me and my brother Mickey to get some firewood.
Okay.
So there was this hill. You know, we were at the bottom, and there was this great big hill. So I'm climbing up the hill looking for firewood. And I felt something. And I looked down, and it was just like this stingy little thing on my leg. And I started screaming. So people down below were yelling, "A little girl has fallen in a hole. A little girl has fallen in a hole." And everybody comes running to the hill. And there's my dad looking up to see me just screaming at the top of my lungs because the body of this thing was hanging out of my leg. You know? It's like,
oh, my
God. So, yeah, I've been scared of being
Well, you know what? I remember pulling over. I was driving home from Victoria to Winnipeg here. I finished my show, got on the ferry, last ferry of the day, and started driving back home to Winnipeg after a gig. It was really late at night, like 3 or 4 in the morning. And I had to pee, so I pulled over, and I went down into the woods, and I stepped through an old log. And of course, I had my the equipment ready to put out the fire, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I felt stinging on my leg, and then I pulled up my pants, and they were inside my pants, and I had marks all over. Yeah.
Oh, I sat on a bee once, and I can only imagine what you went like.
Oh my goodness! I'll tell you that.
So music. At the beginning of the show, I was playing my guitar terribly, and one of my favorite bands to what's this? one of my favorite bands to go and watch. And unfortunately, the last time they came to Winnipeg, I was out of the city. I went to Vancouver to visit my mom for my birthday. She flew me out for my birthday. Wasn't that nice? To tell me how to cook turmeric. And they came to town on the day that I flew out, and I was so upset. Here's just a little snippet of them.
Yeah.
Just so you can kind of get the gist of their bit.
And the cow goes, and the bear goes. Tremendous enthusiasm. Oh, yeah. Keep in mind the animals are dead. Yeah. This inhibits their vocal prowess. Yeah. And the pig goes, shut up! Stop it! Mr. McCormick just said. Simple. And the crow goes, I guess it was a lie. You can see all this on the Mountain Animal Nature Trail. Yeah!
I guess dancing.
Trevor!
Hello.
Hello,
Hey,
Trevor.
How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Thank you so much for being a part of the show today.
Oh, thanks.
I was watching you guys earlier. You guys were just rocking it.
Were we good? That's excellent. Good. It's good
Yeah,
to hear that we were.
I didn't recognize Chris because I've never seen him with you in concert. It was who was before Chris?
John.
John.
That was a long time ago, though. That was like,
That was like 95.
yeah.
90, no, 90,
Oh, has Chris
94,
been with
right?
you ever since then?
Yeah, he's the new guy. He's only been with us 27 years.
Really? So I guess it's the beard and the headband that's for me.
The beard is different. The beard's newer. That's a more recent innovation that he, I guess he just stopped shaving one day.
I honestly did not recognize him when I saw him. Like, who's that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So great show, and it's presence.
Yeah.
It's online presence.
Yes, online. Yeah, we have to keep our online presence going. That's right.
That's it. I like online gifts myself. That's what I like. I like online gifts. It's easier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can never spell the right presents anyway.
For those who have not seen the Arrogant Worms,
What's wrong with you?
Yes, first of all, what is wrong with you?
Exactly.
They are a Canadian phenomenon, and now a lot of people have accredited you to songs like the War of 1812, blah blah blah. But
that's Johnny Horton, by the way, isn't it?
No, we're talking about Three Dead Trolls in a Baggie.
Oh, Three Dead Trolls in a Baggie. Yeah.
The White House burned down. The War of 1812.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
But a lot of people also miscredit The Last Saskatchewan Pirate as being somebody else. That is your song.
That's your guys' song.
Oh, yeah. That's our song.
Yeah. When I worked with Captain Tractor, 20 years ago. And he goes, I go, that's a great song. I said, I remember when the Worms were doing it. And he goes, like, nobody knows that. Nobody knows that the Worms did that song. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. They did a good version, though. And they actually put money into a video. So it made that was really helpful for us,
Yeah.
Because it got the song out there. We were too lazy to make a video for it.
Yeah.
Jeez,
a lot of people have made videos for your version.
Yeah. We didn't know. We never did a video. No,
it's becoming like an anthem for Saskatchewan, and I personally love playing with
farmer, and I made a living fine.
Yeah,
I'm a Saskatchewan farmer, so I mean
that's good.
That's perfect.
I hear it gets played at weddings, which really confuses me.
Yeah, I do. I play it at weddings all the time. I'm a disc jockey.
It's the hey ho part, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
It's one of those songs that's fantastic to close out the night. I've lived by a rule for a long, long time: is never end the night on a slow song.
Mm-hmm.
No,
because people go out. When you go out with a bang, people are like, "That was the most amazing time ever." Yeah. And so I will usually, my last song is I start off with "Home for a Rest."
Okay. Yeah.
right? Because it has that nice slow start. People start dancing slowly together, and then it kicks in. And then from that, I end the night with The Last Saskatchewan Pirate.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to kick their heels one more time.
Yeah.
Yep. No, yeah, you can if you want to get rid of people after you do the big song and they call you back, then you do a slow song. And you go, oh well, what do we call these guys back for? Like what? Oh.
That's exactly. And singing in a language that nobody understands, that always helps.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah,
that's a pretty good one too. Yeah.
Yeah. Or just pretend to pick up a
Oh, I like this song. It's from the Muppets or something.
Yeah.
So we got our first question for you.
Jesus,
how did the Arrogant Worms come together?
Well, this is actually timely. I've been doing a. Oh, sorry. I just got entranced by looking at my own shirt and the way it kind of is shimmering as I move back and forth. Sorry.
I thought I had attention deficit disorder, pal.
Sorry, I'll try to get back on track. Yeah, you shouldn't really wear shirts like this on camera. They shimmer. How do we get to? Oh, interesting. Because well, if you want the full story, I've been doing a show called Trevor Talks It Through the last couple of months, putting it up on the YouTube there. I stream it live and then I put it up on YouTube. And I just did one recently that was the history of the Worms from 1991 to 93. So that describes it in great detail. But the short form of it, we all met at university, Queen's University, in something called the Queen's Players, which did drunken cabarets in the engineering pub. And then a bunch of us got together from that and started recording sketches at the campus radio station. And then we did the occasional song. And then eventually we had a song and we sent it to CBC Radio, and then they said they wanted to play it. And that's kind of how we started. Yeah. I can go on longer, but I don't want to give away the whole episode,
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
Yeah.
Why would you give away stuff on our show that
exactly.
Other people, that's exactly it.
I just want to get them hooked.
You should have made something else up. Well, it started with a murder. And so we all got together. If you want the full story, pop into my Trevor Talks kind of a thing, and then
Oh yeah, people love that true crime stuff, don't they? That's a great
They
idea.
love that true crime stuff, and there's nothing. I remember saying to John, "I need your help and an alibi."
Yeah.
Like, okay, here we go. Give me some lye, some bleach, 3 baggies, and an alibi, and I'll be there. I'm like, okay, perfect.
Yeah, that's a much better way to get viewership. That's for sure.
Oh man,
I gotta get my skills up here. My
it's okay.
skills.
So, has there ever been a song you regretted writing and then performing?
My standards are really, really low. So I'm trying to think, because I get because if I had it, we probably haven't been performing it in a while. But I don't think so. I must I'm not saying that I'm proud of all the stuff we've done, but geez,
well, at the time you might have been proud, but it also depends on the reason that it got written, right? I mean, I wrote a lot of comedy that I wrote. That's awesome, and then I sobered up and went, why would I even say that on stage? Like, why would I ever? Just like, I hope nobody was recording that stuff right there.
Yeah, no, I can't think of one. It doesn't mean that there isn't one. My memory is also very, very.
All right, let's go to the other end of the spectrum. What's your favorite?
I mean, I still like. My favorite's usually whatever is the newer one that I've written because then I'm still excited about it. But I still like singing.
It's like children.
Yeah, it's still I still like singing the pirate song because people get up because that's almost like a real song.
It's like an anthem for you guys, really.
Yeah,
I mean, really
and Rippy the Gator's still fun to do. I like the audience participation ones because they're not.
Yes,
they're different. They're still different because it depends on the audience every night. So
absolutely.
So any of the audience participation ones, I really like. I like the ones where I get to sing in character. I read a lot. Every now and then I'll write a character song where I'm in a character, and that's more fun too, I find.
Yeah.
Oh, Uncle Lou. I love doing Uncle Lou. I don't know if you've seen us do that one live.
I don't think so.
I haven't seen that.
So Uncle Lou, Chris wrote and he sings it, and it's about the uncle who everyone's uncle who wears his has all the buttons down and the gold chain.
Oh yes.
And comes is dating girls who are 30 years younger than him. That guy, I get to play that guy. So he sings the whole song, and I don't have really even barely any backups, but I get to play Uncle Lou and dance like him and have my shirt down.
You mean just on stage, though, right?
Well, it's when the song is
you don't
over,
just on stage. You don't like sort of go.
Well, it's
when the
wherever
song
you
is
have to
over, I have a hard time giving up the character. I just want to stay.
You
as
come over to
Uncle
my
Larry.
van a little bit. I want to talk to you.
Exactly. You want to go to my van? Yeah.
You guys like my van?
Yeah.
It's red.
Yeah. So yeah, I like doing that one. Although I don't sing it.
On Canada Day, a friend of mine always has a great big party,
Okay.
and he brings out a cake every year that has the Canadian flag on it. And we all gather around and sing "Canada is really big."
Canada is really big. Yeah.
That is our national anthem on Canada Day.
Oh, good. Yeah, no, I still like things like I still like singing I'd say most of the songs. You know, they're still fun to do.
What was
Yeah, that's a
what was
good
the
song.
easiest song you ever wrote? What was the song that you went, hey, I have an idea. Oh, there, it's done.
The
have you had
quickest
it
song
up?
I ever wrote is called "The Stupid Song," and I wrote it in 30 seconds.
Really?
The song plays for 2.5 minutes, but I wrote it in 30 seconds. Yeah.
That's makes me feel stupid that I haven't been able to do that.
Well, it's an extraordinarily dumb song, so it didn't require a lot of lyrics.
Yeah.
A lot of repetition. A friend of mine, Mike Ford from Moxie Fruvis.
Moxie Fruvis, yeah.
Oh, right on.
He sometimes fills in for us. He hasn't had to in a while, but he used to fill in for us, right? And so what he's filled in for each worm when we've had like breaks or kids or something. And he sent me an email once saying that he had this nightmare where he had been hired to gig at the Arrogant Worms theme park. And he was the guy who had to walk on the little streets and just entertain, be busking and playing Arrogant Worms songs. And he said he looked at his set list, and there were 4 songs he didn't recognize. One of them was, I think it was one of them's old people can do lots of work. One of them was Why Can't You Be More Like Snorri, the Icelandic Explorer Baby. What was the other one? And there's 2 others, and one of them was Stupid Song. And he sent me this email, and half an hour later, I sent him back all the lyrics to all 4 songs.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so that's how I wrote Stupid Song. Yeah.
And the Arrogant Worms theme park sounds like something that CBC might actually fund.
I sure hope so.
And then as soon as it gets popular, CBC cancel it right there.
Yeah, they'll cancel it, and then we'll get picked up by Netflix or something.
Netflix and stuff. See, I'm already.
There you go. You should get him to be your agent.
That's totally a dream. That's totally.
It's amazing, though. You know, sometimes you'll say the word "Arrogant Worms" or the name "Arrogant Worms." People are like, "I don't know," and then you sing a song or one. Oh, I know that song.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and I said, "That's the Arrogant Worms." They go,
Well,
really?
it's people remember the songs. They don't remember stuff. They don't remember the worms or the trolls or the juice pigs or anything like that. They just remember, who are those guys? And then you listen, you're like, oh yeah, okay. It's because we don't have the same level of marketing for ourselves in Canada as they do everywhere else.
Well, that is partially true, but the other part of it is that it's amazing how much of the market you've actually infiltrated, and you are known, even if they can't put the name to it.
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed we haven't been able to work together. I remember a few, like 20 years ago or something, I was supposed to do a venue with you guys, and something had happened to the venue itself, and we weren't able to perform, and we haven't been able to share this or anything like that. It's
was that the Old West End Cultural Center?
No, it was somewhere in Saskatchewan actually, and the venue flooded out, or wasn't. There was something that was. Yeah. Somebody had written there. Sorry, I've got attention deficit. I'm just reading. Somebody asked big arenas or smaller venues, and I think I know which you're going to answer. But I know what I like to play. But what do you like to play the most there?
Well, I like playing different places. We don't get to play big arenas very often. We opened a couple of times in our younger days, opened up from some acts doing Frosh Week gigs. And it wasn't arena size, but it was that kind of vibe, you know?
Yeah.
A bunch of hepped up people just, So we mainly play we do a lot of theaters, like between, I'd say 100 to 500 seats. and those are super fun. I still like it when we get to play a place where I could still, have a beer on stage. That doesn't happen very often anymore. There's only a couple of places left that we play.
Come play in my backyard. I'll go.
Yeah,
Yep.
There was Hugh's Room in Toronto, and it just closed. Like,
Yeah. A
that was
lot
one
of
of the last
places.
places.
Yeah.
like a show bar instead of just like a theater.
A theater. Yeah.
Or,
You know what? I love the feeling of having 10 or 15,000 people cheer for you when I do an outdoor sort of event. But I love the fact and an outdoor feels completely different than indoor, as you know, right? It's just I love playing the theaters where there's, like you said, 1 to 500 people in and around that, and you can feel the laughter, you can feel the love for you, right?
Yeah.
And this playing like we're doing now, this playing to virtual, it sure sucks the soul out of the creative party sometimes too, right? How are you feeling about the virtual stuff?
Well, I just look at it, for me, is just every time technology changes, you got to learn a different skill, right? Like, this has been going on forever, from
10 months, 11 months now almost.
Well, no, I mean technology changing, and then
I thought you meant
changing.
just this COVID.
Well, both have been going on for.
Both of them going on for a long. I just learned to play the glockenspiel.
Like
an electric one. What the hell?
Like, music was one thing, and then people created instruments, and then people created bigger musical instruments, and then people created amplification, and every time then someone electrified the guitar, and everyone was playing rock and roll. So I think you have to. I just try to roll with it, but it's different.
Yeah.
There's you have to figure out what the new medium does well and what it doesn't do as well. So I've just been I didn't really throw myself into this till the last maybe 2 months, and now I'm on Twitch a lot, and I think I'm slowly getting better at it. But it's, like you say, it's different. The first couple of times I'll do something, and then my brain is going, okay, I think that was really funny, and I'm waiting for people to laugh.
Yeah, I've learned. Yeah. I've learned, you know what I learned? I said this, we were talking on a podcast a few days ago. I've had to learn to listen with my eyes more than to hear, because, a lot of people, you see somebody laugh, you're like, okay, but you're waiting for that wave. As a comedian, I need that to jumpstart the next bit, to give me my timing. I don't have a drummer. I don't have a metronome. I've got the crowd, and that's what's happening. So it really has. I mean, I found it very hard the first few times, and then after that, it was just, oh, okay, so this is what I have to do now. Okay, it just right. Mm-hmm. It's fantastic. I do love your guys' stuff. That's hilarious. I haven't heard Uncle Lou yet, and I don't remember the stupid song. So they're both on my.
Well, they're both newer songs, so they haven't been around as much. So that's why. But yeah, the stupid song. It's stupid. Like, it's just this.
Oh,
I don't even.
I challenge accepted. Sing.
What's that?
Challenge accepted. Sing it.
Yeah.
Listen, you're on the Star Trek right now. Why don't you
beam you aboard?
Yeah, I haven't figured out with the stupid song whether I think it's funny or whether I think it's just stupid. I keep on even changing my own opinion. But I said, you know what? I wrote the damn song. We'll put it out there and see what happens. Yeah.
I introduced you to a friend of mine today when you were watching that show. I got him to watch it as well, and he had a huge smile. We were on video chat with each other while he was watching you guys sing "History is Made by Stupid People."
All right.
Yeah. And he goes, "Okay." His comment to me was, "I've got to listen to more of this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That song doesn't get old, unfortunately.
No, it doesn't, and and as you said, it's very fitting right now.
Yeah.
P.T. Barnum said that there's a sucker born every minute, and every other minute is a stupid person. That's what I think. I think on every other second is a stupider, and it's more stupid people are born.
Yeah, every moment.
It sure makes for good news, but
it's almost like a comedy show. In fact, you had posted a picture of a cassette from years upon years ago.
Yeah,
I have that cassette somewhere. I was trying to find it so I could show it to you tonight.
Well, I would have cut out the album cover out of a photocopied piece of colored paper. So that was back then. They were handcrafted covers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a demo tape, was it not?
No, it was an album, but we didn't have the first run of them. We didn't have either. It was going to take too long for the covers, or we hadn't bothered with that part of the
for the insert.
Yeah. So we got the cassettes are labeled and all that.
Yeah.
And it is the first album, but the first run of them, we didn't have professional covers made. I just cut them out of paper.
What was your what's the word I'm looking for? Inspiration for Jesus Brother Bob.
Oh, well, this is a great story because I have no idea. So, one thing I do is I've been doing running comedy courses, and there's actually this is a story I tell a fair bit now. Is like, it's one of those do what I say, not what I do. But anytime you hear something funny, it doesn't matter where it's from or who said it. You just write it down. Just write it down.
Yep.
And I used to actually do this when I was more on the ball, and so. One day, I had no ideas, and I just went back to my big list, and on the list were the words "Jesus, Brother Bob," and I have no recollection. I don't know if I thought of that, I don't know if I heard somebody say it. I haven't a clue. I just don't know. But I saw the words and I went, "Oh, that's pretty. I think that's funny." Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what my inspiration
very
is.
funny.
I haven't. I still don't know.
Do you have any comedic inspirations that you follow?
Other than me?
like
Other than
regular.
Taz?
What's that?
Other than Taz?
Oh,
there's a lot of musical comedians out there.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that inspires you or that you guys kind of follow?
Follow now. Like we used to do a lot of stuff with Paul and Storm, who used to be in the group. What were they called? The one they were an a cappella funny group. So it would just be whoever we'd run into on the road. But most of the time we weren't running into people on the road. So most of my go-tos are more like I haven't listened to any new music in about 20 years, unfortunately, of any type, because I had kids. So
there's a lot of children's show theme songs going through your head right now, and you can't.
Yeah. So for me, most of the stuff I draw on, like I grew up with a bunch of like all the Tom Lehrer albums.
Yeah.
And Muppets and Monty Python.
Yeah. You guys were talking about
Fringe, and all of that stuff is mostly what is now in my noggin.
Yeah.
So I'll find the occasional comedy song and I'll listen to it, but like you said before, it'll be like someone told me that this song is funny, and I'll listen to the song and then I'll forget who sang it.
Yeah. I grew up listening to things like the Goofy Greats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roger Miller. I loved Roger Miller.
Johnny Lonergan. Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight?
That's it's all that and what was his name? Oh man, there's
Ray Stevens.
Ray Stevens and he just passed away a little while ago. He was Yippee Cow Patty.
Oh yes, that's a great tune.
Jim Stafford. I don't like spiders and snakes, right?
Yep.
And then I grew up with stuff like Dean Martin, and I grew up wanting to be a comedic crooner, and I got timing, and my crooning skills are the same as my pole vaulting skills, not as honed as I thought they would be, right?
Yes.
Right.
But
you just don't know where to stick your pole.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Have you ever written a song, Taz?
I've written a bunch of kids songs. Yep.
Okay.
I've written a couple. I'm terrified to sing in public. Well, you see my little kid show that I do. I do my little thing, and I can't carry a tune very well, but I love it, and it doesn't matter because my whole personality with the kids is goofy. So I wrote a song called "I Don't Sound Like Me," and it's about somebody that wants to sing. And I was talking to Freddie Penner about it, and it was all about trying to sing that's not right for your voice, and it doesn't really right. It doesn't fit. So that's the song I'm sort of working on right now. For kids, it's all about.
Right.
I wrote a little kid song called Seven Little Fishies. I wrote a lot of songs for my kids that I would sing sing to them, and then afterwards, I remember singing to them for a couple of weeks because they just made it up on the fly, and they're like, "Okay, Daddy, can you sing that song?" I go, "Yeah, can you start it for me? Because I have no clue how it's supposed to go." Right?
Right.
Yeah, do you know what filking is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you would know, but back in the '60s, during one of the conventions, in the what do you call it? In the article written up about it, they said that there would be filk music there instead of folk music.
Oh.
And it stuck. The name stuck. And what it is, it's where you take a song like Weird Al is famous for it. Lola becomes Yoda. American Pie becomes The Saga Continues.
Oh, it's copyright infringement. I know that.
Well, to a degree, it's parody. And one day, I was listening to The Sound of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel. One of my favorite tunes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, have you heard Shatner do it?
Yeah, I have, and I have to say I'm a fan.
How did I miss that?
But I went to my office and I started writing out my own version of Sound of Silence. And I thought I was in my room for like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out I come out of my office like four hours later with a full beard and everything. And basically it was based on my first ever Dungeons and Dragons character from when I was 13. It was a wizard that cast the spell of silence at the wrong time, and it cost us all our lives. So I wrote this song based on that. So I thought I was in there 10 minutes.
Wow.
Did you ever get lost in writing?
I heard your song on Nerdify. It was nice.
Did you hear my song?
On Nerdify. Yeah. No, I just haven't.
No, because it is out there somewhere.
Oh,
is
is it?
it?
Oh, okay.
Okay, we'll have
I'm
to check
intrigued now.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I just wrote a song right now called The Last Saskatchewan Primate, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Aren't
That's
you
good.
the last Saskatchewan primate?
Yeah. I want to hear that.
That's
Yeah.
it. It's
awesome.
I heard. What was it you sang? It's good to be Canadian. Or I'm proud to be Canadian.
Yeah.
And Chris changed the words today.
Finally, I've been badgering him for so long. Yeah.
That was well done. I was singing along.
Yeah.
I was singing along, and all of a sudden I couldn't sing along anymore.
Yep. Yeah. He writes a lot more pop culture stuff, which means you have to freshen them up. I try to avoid pop culture as much as I can, so I never have to rewrite anything.
I didn't-
Laziness, really.
I didn't quite catch what he said about.
I only write history stuff.
Yeah, like history's made by stupid people, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That kind
I
of
didn't
stuff.
quite hear what he said about Justin Bieber. He has a song named "Sorry."
Yeah, Justin Bieber. He had a line. He brought it around at the end. What was his? I was waiting for his closing line, and then I heard it, and I thought, oh, that's a B plus, maybe a B, but now I can't remember what it was. What was it? Oh,
It was good because you also said we'll give you Nickelback,
yeah.
but Shania Twain still ours.
Still ours. That was just lazy.
Yeah.
He just couldn't be bothered to rewriting that one. He just changed the tense. Really. Yeah. That was a bit of a cop out, I thought, but yeah.
Nickelback is 4 cents too much, right?
Yeah. It was,
Yeah, right. You've been doing online shows recently.
Yeah.
Before we find out where they can find that, do you have a separate person doing your producing? Because I see graphics coming up, but you
That's
got
all me.
you got your hands on your guitar. How the hell are you doing that with your hand on your guitar? You're using your feet?
I have no idea. I'm doing my shows just terrified. I feel like I'm in a big jet airplane, and the pilots have both passed out, and they drag. I'm the only one who's still conscious, and I end up and I'm trying to fly this thing with all I have no one helping me. I have
What are you using?
Slobs. I think that's what everyone calls it. Streamlabs OBS.
Okay, Streamlabs OBS. I'm using StreamYard, and it does all the OBS on its own. So,
Yeah.
but you got some pretty neat graphics up there. You've got the little bubble with when you were doing the cats one, little bubble.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
then
so what happened there is I could put it behind me. So I bought one of those pop-up green screens, and then one show I just accidentally left it on top of the couch because I was lazy, and I also accidentally didn't take off the color key. So
Yeah.
it was still doing the green screen thing, and I also accidentally still had a picture up, and all of a sudden, it looked like I was like doing a news broadcast, and things were coming in on this magical thing, and I went, "Oh my God, what have I done?"
Yeah,
and
see,
next,
I bought the same green screen as you. Amazon,
Okay.
$39.99.
oh no, I got one up. Mine is the pop up one that's like you fold it up into a little ball.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it pops out and it's more of an oval. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
This
and you
is
can fold
just
it up.
the,
put it-
this is just actually this is the color that my wife picked for our back room here.
Oh,
And then we
Yeah.
just let's make it look like we're rich. Okay.
there you go. See, you can do that nowadays. That's one of the great things.
so
Oh, see,
John and I
now I'm sad. I
sometimes do
should
the
have bought
weather.
the green screen.
John and I will sometimes do the weather. Here we are in Winnipeg, and
You should do the geography report. Oh, still flat, and over here,
yeah.
still flat.
And if you go over here, you'll fall off the edge.
And
Yeah,
here's,
that's exactly it.
here's where we piled it up for the very, very small ski slope.
That's
Um,
exactly it.
What? So what's in the future for the Worms?
God, well, we're gonna wait for this pandemic to get over, and
Yep.
then we might go on tour again.
Winnipeg
we did
first, right?
We did our first all together stream today, and that you saw, and
Yeah.
that I think that went okay. Like you said about doing this streaming stuff, it's hard to tell.
I enjoyed it so much.
Oh, good.
Mike McCormick, he needs to learn his timing. You had to stop twice and wait for him to remember to say something.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah,
That was great.
yeah, that's like I say, watching it for the car crashes. It's just as entertaining.
Yeah.
Is he really a steel driving man?
Yeah, he's totally a steel driving man. Oh yeah, I like that one. We should do that one next time. So I think we're gonna try to. We just had a chat after the show, and I think we're gonna try to do like one of those a month. So that's
Wonderful.
that's
Oh, that's
something.
awesome.
Yeah. And then I have no idea like about albums anymore. Like they just seem like maybe we'll do another, but you know what I mean? Like there's no reason to have an album anymore because
No, you can just the album used to be a way to get people to come to your concerts, really. And
yeah.
you never really make a ton of money off the albums. It's just the album is to keep them in, keep you in people's minds while you're not in the city, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't seem to work that way anymore. So maybe we'll like because we put out a song a month, so we've got like 40 new songs.
Oh,
But all
wonderful.
of them are just us demo. They're just demo quality. So maybe we'll try to get some money together and do maybe 10 of them up. Right? I'm not sure. Call it an album.
Is all your music available on like iTunes and?
All of our albums are. The new songs are only on our Bandcamp site. So if you go to Bandcamp and put in Arrogant Worms, I just uploaded all of this 2020 songs, and it's a free download, so you can just go there and get them all.
And how do you get to that? I'm not hurt. I zoned out for a second there because I'm infatuated with you. What? Anyway, I said
Bandcamp.
it.
Just go to Bandcamp, bandcamp.com, or you put in the Google. If you could put in the Google Bandcamp Arrogant Worms, our page will pop up, and then you'll find fan-funded songs 2020, and then I just put them up, and you can download the whole year's songs, and you can do that for all the last 3 or 4 years we've done it now. I don't even know. It's at least 3. I think it's 4 years now, and you can download them all just off of Bandcamp. But I haven't put those up on the other sites. I might one day. I don't know. I don't know if I want them like I don't. They're not as high quality recording as the other ones, so I've been trying to figure out whether I should put them up on like Spotify and stuff like that. I just haven't bothered. Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, tell people when they can see you. You do a show by yourself, and I see that you're collecting tips. Hey, maybe you can teach me how do I make one of those things? Because if I do go for the cure again this year, I want to make one of those. What do you call it? Thermometers that go up as I get more.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I just use whatever they have on Streamlabs. So they have.
Okay.
They have a jar. I don't know if they have. They probably have some other apps like that, and so I just use what they have. Yeah. So I do 2 streams. I do stream on Friday. I'll request show Friday night at 10. Oh no, yeah, 10 o'clock 8 o'clock your time, 9 o'clock my time.
Okay.
9 o'clock Eastern, and then on Sunday mornings at 10 my time, 9 Winnipeg time.
Yep.
I do my talk show. Trevor Talks It Through, and I do a different subject every week. next subject's gonna be next week's gonna be Weird Al. Yeah, this week was
And-
Monty Python. So
And how do you, is that on through, I'm not, technologically, I have no clue how to do this.
I
every
multi-stream
week.
it. It's on the Arrogant Worms Facebook and YouTube channels, and on
Okay.
my Twitch channel. And my
I-
Twitch channel is Trevor the Worm. That's my Twitch handle.
But as you said during your show, you were talking about it with the other worms, that on Twitch it stays there for maybe a week or two, but on your Facebook and on YouTube, it's
Stays
staying
forever.
just like this. This is being multicast on 3 platforms.
Yeah.
Facebook, it's got a page on Facebook, it's got a group on Facebook, and a page on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah. So yeah. So I multi-stream too. Once I figured how to do that, it's been quite a learning curve because I've been at this for 2 months, and now I'm just surrounded by cables. And when I do my show, I have like 18 different windows open on my computer on my 2 screens, and I'm just like playing
Yep.
guitar, and then it's just
Well, I've been loving what you've been doing. Honestly, I am a huge fan. You actually, after it was at the Portage Place. What's the name of the theater at the Portage Place? As
That IMAX theater, or the,
no.
were we playing Winnipeg?
Yeah,
We played the
Well,
West End Cultural Center.
you've done the West End Cultural Center, but you've also done in Portage Place. There's the one theater there.
Oh, yeah.
technique,
I know the one you mean. We haven't played there in years, but
Yeah. After that show, actually, it was at the West End. You're right.
Yeah.
I saw you there for the first or second time
mhm.
at that one, and then I've always seen you at the Cultural Center after that. But after one of the shows, you and Mike McCormick were very, very kind, and we sat and we chatted for about 25 minutes after the show, and you didn't say, "Okay, guy, get away."
Yeah.
That was very kind of you.
they thought you were the venue owner. That's why
Yeah. No,
they
it
were
was-
waiting for you to go. Okay, here's your check. Oh,
I
okay.
wasn't wearing a hat at the time.
Oh, okay.
Okay, different.
Yeah. It looks a
That's
little
it.
different. It looks a little different.
You know,
Yeah.
Trevor, I hope in the future that we can share the stage or share a venue of some sort.
Sure.
I'm a huge fan, and you should be of mine, but whatever.
Yeah.
But it'd be great to share the stage and bring a bunch of laughter to people. It's such a dour world right now where people are so mad they don't know who to be mad at, so they get mad at each other, and the world is hurting, and you know. The worms and the comedy people of the world, they're what, and this is going to sound very maudlin, but it's true. It's when I feel the depression coming on, I'll pop on the worms or pop into Juice Pig, or I'll listen to some trolls, or I'll watch some old, I'll watch some old Dean Martin stuff that makes my heart happy, right? And that's what our job is in this world, is to take people away from their lives for however long we happen to be in front of them. And I love the work you guys do. So I really, it's been on my bucket list for a while to share the stage with a number of people, and you guys are on that list, fairly high up, actually.
Well, hopefully we'll get to stages soon, which would be.
And if you ever need a DJ when you're in Winnipeg,
I know a guy.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't go with him. A different guy.
Oh, I was going to say it's him, but yeah, good.
No, I know.
I'm glad you went there because he's got controls of the. He can just
Right. He's got. Yeah, I see.
yeah,
my
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
nicely done, Taz.
I read the lips. Don't worry. I got it. I was paying.
vacuum.
Yeah.
Vacuum.
Yeah. I'm gonna send help.
Yeah.
Send help. We're gonna get you out of there. You're gonna be safe. You're gonna be all right.
This Friday night, they can catch you live doing your all request
Yep.
show, and then on Sunday morning, they can see you talking about Weird Al.
Yes. Yeah.
Have you ever met
And
him?
yeah. And you can just watch the Sunday show whenever on YouTube too. So I'm trying to make that one more like a show. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm now imagining it's just like a show filmed in front of a live audience, except it's a live streaming audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas the other, the all request one is totally whatever happens.
Have you seen our live audience?
Where are they? All right. Oh,
Oh, hang on, that's not it.
you guys are
That's not
hiding. But they're hiding behind.
You have one job, Mark.
I do, and
I
I
know
keep
how hard
failing
this is, so I'm not going to give you any grief.
it. There it is.
Oh my
There you go.
goodness.
There's our live
Oh,
audience.
That's
They're
like
looking
if
12.
if 12 Angry Men was cast by Carol Burnett.
Wow.
And that's a turtle.
What the hell?
That's a turtle.
That's
Really?
what I look like after I eat a turtle.
Oh my god. Oh.
And that's me when I was 16.
What?
Holy crap!
No.
Yes.
That looks like if Michael Jackson
Wow.
and if Michael Jackson lent his coat to David Hasselhoff.
There's a
That
whole
was
lot
me
of
when I was
80s going
16
on.
years old.
Whole lot of 80s going on in that picture. I
There's
gotta tell
a
ya.
little bit too much, which is weird because that's 2002.
Oh,
Um,
wow. Okay. Well, you know, you got to hold on. You got to
That's
hold on what you got.
86, 80. No, wait. I was born in 67, so that'd be 83.
83.
Okay,
Yeah.
That seems right. Yeah.
Yepers.
Wow.
I actually looked good back then.
No, I guess opinions differ.
Oh, you're such a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Wow.
Thank you. Bum, 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 bum.
Well,
Goodness.
Trevor, thank you so much for being a part of this.
Oh, hey, thanks for having me over. This is like almost like leaving the house. So,
Yeah, well, I would love to have you and maybe some of the other worms on again. That would be wonderful.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'll like, there's 2 more to go. So,
Yeah, well, no, I'd love to have you all on at the same time.
oh.
Yeah.
See, I just saw Chris for the first time in, 10 months. I don't want to get you.
I don't.
2
I'm
weeks
not
to
saying
see
right
him.
away.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'll let you. I'll let you get your airspace.
Okay.
So, Trev, are you guys doing? When you do your all requests? Are you guys all in the same venue or?
The all request is the one we did today for the first time. We were beaming in is like this, exactly like this.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then for the all request, it's just me, but I've learned almost all of the Arrogant Worm songs, even the ones the other guys sing. So I just sing their songs. Yeah.
And the one that I see requested the most, always popping up on the stream, and I've been guilty of it myself.
Okay.
I am cow. Hear me moo.
You hear
Oh
me?
yeah, Cow's a popular one. Yeah. So I've been singing that one a fair bit.
Have you ever heard that one, Taz?
Yeah.
I have not heard.
I am cow. Hear me moo. I weigh twice as much as you, and I look good on a barbecue.
Good. You know it. I might have to call you in sometime.
Oh, I love the worm stuff.
Yeah, that's a Mike McCormick song. That one.
That is a Mike McCormick.
Yeah.
And actually, when I saw you doing it, you were on all fours, being the cow.
What? What was this?
That was at the Prairie
Prairie Theater Exchange. There
Prairie
you go.
Theater Exchange.
Yeah.
Wow,
There you
I
go.
was.
It was also a weird dream that he had,
That
but
must
we're
have
not
been-
going to.
Yeah, or weird.
You were very, very drunk. I think you could still
Wow.
have beer on the stage at the time. No,
Okay,
it was
good.
And one of my favorite ones is the one from the clip I did earlier, the Mounted Nature Trail, Canadian Mountain Nature Trail, where the people actually they're dead.
Yeah.
They don't make
Yeah.
any noise.
And the audience never behaves, which is good. That's the funny.
Yes,
bit.
that's the
Then we
point.
get to yell at people.
You know what? When you said that, Al Simmons and I were talking the other day, and we were talking about how lovely accidents happen when you're on stage and the audience doesn't behave,
Mm-hmm.
and you sort of have to make up for that. And some of our, some of the greatest memories are and greatest mistakes happen, that we keep in the show at that point in time,
Mm-hmm.
right? When the audience doesn't behave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are the source of some of the best comedy ever.
Yeah.
I did a wedding where the bride came up to me and said to me, under no circumstances, you play I Knew the Bride When She Used to Rock and Roll. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to do the dance. I don't want it. The mother and her twin sister came up to me and says, we got to do I Knew the Bride. I Knew the Bride. And I said, the bride is forbidden it. There's going to be none of that. She goes, we have to do something with her. I said, I've got an idea. So I got her to sit on a chair in the middle of the dance floor, got an entire, everybody to wrap around it as a big circle, and everybody gave her a lap dance.
Oh.
And
I made $35.
Yeah. Well, good.
the moment that took the entire night was when it came around the corner, it came around the circle to her grandmother. And her grandmother got down on all fours and crawled out to the center, got up and sat on her lap and started wiggling her butt. And everybody, that was it. You couldn't go any further than that. They couldn't get any better.
That's
Wow, yeah, I
hilarious.
think you shut it down after that.
Who was her grandmother? Eartha Kitt?
Wow.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
But no, it was just one of those wonderful moments you'd never be able to duplicate again.
Mhm.
And it was all because the audience didn't behave.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. It's off-roading, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Right?
Yeah,
Off-roading.
the trail.
Comedy off-roading.
Comedy off-roading.
All
Let
right.
me just turn this to 4H and let's get going.
Yeah.
All right, we'll let Trevor go.
Okay.
Thank you, Trevor. It was lovely to meet you, pal.
No,
I,
it's
If you want to
meeting-
get some of their
meeting
new
you
music,
guys.
is all of your music on Bandcamp or just
Yeah,
some?
yeah, everything. That's where you'll get everything's there.
Okay,
Everything's
so-
there.
arrogantworms1.bandcamp.com. You can get. Can you buy just single songs, or do you have to buy all albums?
No, you can get single songs or albums, whatever you want. You can buy all of our albums, all like 12, 13, 14 of them for
Yeah.
under $40.
Carrot Juice's Murder is awesome.
Yeah.
The hot dog song is a must.
Yeah, I like that one too.
What the hell's in a hot dog?
Yeah, I like that one too.
whatever doesn't float in the vat. That's what I told my son.
It is. It's the one place, and I still to this day quote it. It is the particle board of meat.
It's true. Yeah. We like to be factually correct as well. It's fun.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Squishing it into. So Arrogant Worms 1. Was there somebody already had Arrogant Worms? Or
Yeah, I noticed that the other day on it, and I was confused by that. I don't know.
Probably
why
Mike
that's
McCormick
there.
has his own thing where he's I'm
I'm not. I don't know if we're just a little late getting in there, or if they make every band start at 1. I don't know, like every Rolling Stones
this
1.
is their way of telling you you're not part of Arrogant Worms 1 anymore. You know, it's just
Yeah.
like Arrogant Worms
I
1.
don't know. No, I did notice that the other day when I copied that link and put it somewhere.
That's
Like,
going to be the name of their
what's going on
airplane when they get it.
That's it, Arrogant Worms 1.
there?
That's exactly it. I'm going to start my own band called The Elegant Terms. So that's perfect. So we're going
Okay,
to
yeah. The Elegant Turns. Turns or terms?
Turns. Yeah.
Turns. Okay.
It's got to be an animal of some sort.
Yeah,
doesn't
no,
it?
I was going to say that. Yeah. Okay.
Well, thank you very much, Trevor, for joining us tonight.
Okay. I'll try to find the door here. Do I?
No, I'll just
do I
kick you out.
Do should I leave studio, or are you going to make me?
No,
go
I'll
studio?
kick you out.
Okay, you kick me out. I'll wave and I'll just. Oh, back!
I'll wave and then I'll just.
Wow. Ah, you got a lot of power, don't you?
Yes, I wielded it well.
You put me away, then you brought me back. I'm Lazarus
Yes.
now. This is
That's
something.
Jesus' other brother,
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah, I'm Jesus' brother, Mark.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Have a
buddy.
great night.
Okay.
Be safe. And we'll see you Friday.
Okay. Great. See ya.
Okay. Cheers, buddy.
He's awesome. What a wonderful
Great.
guest.
Yeah, what a
All
great.
of our guests tonight were fantastic.
Yeah, no kidding. And it's already 10 to 10.
I know. I'm going to have a great time trying to whittle this down when I get my computer back from Asus so that I can edit it down.
You might turn this into 2 episodes.
Yeah, I might be able to, but the only issue is that the wedding one, because this will air so much later than the wedding show, I might have to cut that part out just because it's not relevant anymore. But she was a wonderful guest.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
what,
You know what?
what
When I
do you
signed
got
up,
going for this
it'll
week?
give you half an hour. It's been 2 hours. I have to pee.
Yeah, what have you got going for this week other than peeing?
Well, hopefully, other than that, I hope I'm able to empty a lot of other things out of my life. But this week, what's going on this week? I got three little virtual things I got to do. I'm going to read to kids in a school virtually a couple of times this week, and and just a lot of. I've got a big collection of stuff that I got to go through and appraise for somebody, and.
Please tell everybody how they can view your reading.
Oh, the reading, it's quite easy. Just follow me on Facebook, Taz Norris on Facebook, or you can, there's almost 300 or over 300 now on YouTube under hashtag Tazzy Reads, Tazzy Reads, spelled correctly, not how I would spell it. And every evening at 7:30 Central, except for Sundays, because Sundays I'm either doing something with you or I'm doing something with my family, buddy.
Yep. And of course, is that burger still available?
Yes, you're so much better at promoting myself than I am. If you go to the Chicken Chef, there's only one Chicken Chef in the city. There's lots of Chicken Chefs in the city, but my friend Lori owns 3770 Portage Avenue, and there's the ABK Burger, which is the always be kind burger. And what that is a 5-ounce chunk of chicken with some the coating on it, spicy or mild, and a pickle and some mayo on an awesome bun. And for every one of those that is sold, 50 cents goes towards my Tassie Reach program. And hopefully in the next couple of months, I'll be I probably shouldn't talk about it until I get it ready. But anyway, I got something that I've been working on that just came to fruition because I dreamt the answer I needed last night. So I was up at 5 o'clock this morning making notes and drawing graphs and trying to remember stuff. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited about 2021. 2021 is my 30th year in comedy and my 20th annual Big Daddy Taz and Friends. So neither one of those might happen this year. So we might do 2022.
Which was the event that I was DJing at? There was the big auction and your son stepped up.
Oh, that was one we were going to try to never remember about because the organizers were incredibly rude to the entertainers that day. But that was an event. That's where I said to Brian Bowman, I said, if you don't bid $1,000, I said I was auctioning off. Do you remember? I was walking around auction. I said,
"Yeah,
give me $1,000. Who's got $1,000? Oh, give me $1,000. If you give me $1,000, I'll kiss Brian Bowman right on the lips." And Brian Bowman give me $1,000, and somebody bid $1,000. I said, "Brian, $1,500 for me not to kiss you." No, that's
yes, that's right.
$100, and they did that a couple of times. We did that, and I can't remember the name, but my son stood up and said, "This is ridiculous. I'll bid $125 because nobody was bidding the second.
Nobody was bidding, yeah. And your son stepped up out of his own pocket.
Yeah,
what, Daddy, can I borrow this money? His own money. He said, yeah. I'll bid this.
Yeah, he said 125, and then he ended up going to $200, and then I said, "Listen, I'll cover it for you." And he said, "No, and he took it out of his account and he gave it to the charity.
That is a very, very special young man you have there.
He's my Weebies. Both my boys, I love to bits. Both I'm very proud of both of the boys for sure because they've got a compassionate heart and they've got a good head on their shoulders and they really they are who I wish I was when I was their age, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely.
Just because she's still sitting there, before we go, we'll say goodbye to Mom. Hey, Mom.
That's it. I can't believe you're not eating anything right now. What's going on? This is supposed to be a happy show.
You were the dessert after the dinner.
Oh my goodness! I've had juice and now I got to go to the washroom.
Coffee.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Mom, for joining us. I just thought I'd bring you up for the comedic event, the comedic quality of it.
There you go.
Turmeric.
There.
Yeah, turmeric.
Not tur like a tourist.
Tur.
Bye, Mom.
Like a turd.
Like a turkey. Turmeric.
Oh, a turd. You like a turd. First, second, turd, right?
Yeah.
Third.
Bye, Mom.
I made your mom laugh. My night is complete. I made Mama Bear laugh.
You did. That's awesome.
The best part is she was going to send me a thing going, "I want to adopt you," and Mark's out. That's what it'll be.
It's probably already in the mail. Kazzy, thank you so much for being a part of this.
No problems. Anytime you want me to be a part of it, you let me know, and I'll be bells on. I hope I don't have to be here next week, and I don't mean that because I don't want to be, but I just hope Johnny's back.
No, well, I'm hoping he's doing well. I mean, like I said, he's sounding so much better than he did yesterday.
Yeah.
And the day before. The day before yesterday, I didn't hear from him at all, and he gave me crap for not calling him. I said, "Look, you needed to rest." Because if you don't hear from me in a day, call me. Let me know because you need to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So That's
Boy,
it.
it's not like John doesn't have the ability to type.
No. No, they removed his thumbs during his addictomy.
Exactly it. Yeah.
All right. So
How's he going to hitchhike home? That's ridiculous.
what's that?
How is he going to hitchhike home then? He's got no thumbs.
Well, I mean, he's up the creek without a paddle.
Okay, buddy. Let's leave it at that, and I will talk to you. I'm sure I'll talk to you this week sometime.
Talk during the week. I'm sure.
Okay,
of it.
mate.
Good night.
Good night, pal.